Hey, T-Bone, thank you very much for the sub, bro. Just give us a minute here, guys, and we'll be going. We got a lot of stuff to talk about today. We got to talk about the Plat Pass. We're going to see how free-to-play friendly that is, because I think Final Compagnie has a lot of things to say on that. We're going to talk about the basalts that Plarium's starting to give us. They actually exist, 4-star basalts. Who would have thought about that?
Ten, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
What is going on, everybody? Welcome to another episode of the Knights of Teleria podcast. I am Blaze, and I am the host of the Knights of Teleria podcast, and I'm followed with a lot of lovely gentlemen over here. We got a lot of things to discuss about today. Whew. It has been a hell of a week in Raid. We've got a lot of pissed off people. We got some people that are, I guess, happy with the current situation. We'll talk about that. 4-star basalts. Who thought that they actually existed? So we're going to break all that down. But before we get into that, let me introduce my co-host for today's podcast in the top little red box that has the free-to-play perspective, the content creator, $14 free-to-play perspective. Mr. Final Compagnie, Ken, what is going on, brother? How are you?
I'm sorry, man. My title a little bit long. I feel bad for that.
It's like a Greek last name, Konstantinopoulos, you know, 48 syllables, but yeah.
Yeah.
What's going on, bro?
I'm doing good. First of all, we finally got a news from the Potato Jack. Like I shut out him last week because we didn't get any information about him past 1 week. Looks like he got a bike accident.
Oh.
So 2 broken hips, he said.
Ooh.
So he's in the recovery. Guys, send him the positive 5. Hopefully he will get recover soon. I went to the concert a couple of days ago. My ear still, how to say that? You know,
Ringing
a bell. Yeah, ringing a bell. But it was quite a nice concert. I really like it. Besides that, life goes on. How about you guys? How are you guys doing? You cannot wait to talk more stuff about the raid. Yes.
All right. What was the concert that you heard?
It was a local brand. It's a new place open on my city, and it was free. I'm like, okay, you know, if free, you can't win. So
okay.
yeah,
we got
free to play on the concerts, dude.
But there was a lot of girls too. I like it actually. I cannot wait to go again.
So you went out, you touched some grass, you committed to being free to play by going to free to play concerts. Awesome.
Yes, this is the way.
Next up, we're gonna go all the way to Texas, sporting what is that? A Texas jersey?
This is Clemson, South Carolina, man.
Oh, I see. That's how much I know about football. We're gonna go to the
There you
dad
go.
master himself, Mr. Zero Brew Zero. What's going on, brother? How are you?
Yo, it's been a wild week. Yeah, dropping of the pass. I know we talked about it last week, so that's going to be an interesting conversation to hear everybody's input. So I can't wait for that section of the podcast. Just glad to be here, and football is officially running and going. So if you like American football, now's the best time to be alive. And the weather has gotten a little cooler today. It was 72 degrees here in Texas. So a little sprinkling of fall. The pumpkin spice is in the air. Okay, I'm done.
Don't tell me that because I got to go do more yard work. No. I spent like last weekend to thatch my yard 6 hours pulling all the dead grass out of there. I don't need to go do that yet. Give me some time. Next up, the guy who started producing on YouTube for the first time early this week, Mr. King Copium. King, what's going on, bro? How are you?
Oh, man, dude, I'm doing good. Glad to be back on the podcast. Last month was a little wild. I missed a couple weekends, but glad that we had some awesome guests on here and super happy to be back. Super glad to be here to talk about the Platinum Pass as well. I may have some opinions, one or two at least. So I'm looking forward to it.
Awesome. Next up, giving us a fresh live arena perspective, top 100 player, Mr. Gessel Gaming. Gessel, what's going on, bro? How are you?
Yeah, man. Big week in Raid. Excited for the conversation today, but I have to say I do have football on, so hopefully I can pay attention.
He's like, I got one eye on the podcast, one eye on the game. We'll see which one I keep on more.
Not gonna lie. First week, man. It's the first week.
Yeah, we've been waiting, dude.
Yeah. And last but not least, my favorite late night content creator giving us a low spend end game perspective, Mr. MXPJ. PJ, what's going on, bro? How are you?
Doing good. Great time, or a very exciting time in Raid, like you guys said. Had a bunch of events recently. We pulled some Ancients, didn't get anything there, but we pulled some Soul Stones. I had pulled 170 smalls and got a 5-star Embreeze. So
Let's go.
Yeah, that was
That's
huge.
That's huge.
Yeah, so
Nice.
can't wait to test that out. And yeah, excited to be here with you guys. Football starting, baseball's ending soon, so that's always interesting coming down to the final few weeks. And yeah, excited to be here to talk about Raid with you guys.
Nice. I gotta say, Empress has been like one of the number one picks. As soon as like if I pick first, my opponent always picks like Marius Empress, and I'm like, damn, he is a phenomenal champion. And so I guess we'll give some kudos to Plarium for giving a free to play accessible champion to everybody. But we'll stop there. First things first. First things
Start
first.
and stop there.
Let's talk about the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, because if you guys are like me, I've gone at it this week, pull after pull session. We did $800 worth of prisms. Shout out to Armenian God for letting me do that. But man, it feels like they do not exist for me. But I'm getting all of these screenshots of like this stuff happening. 3-in-1 pull. I gotta ask you guys, chat. Have you pulled any of the turtles? Do they exist? Because for me, I feel like it doesn't exist. I feel like they're there. They're there. That's it. It's not happening. So let me ask you guys, Ken, have you pulled anything other than the 2 that have been guaranteed to us?
No.
No.
Like I also didn't pull anybody on my stream. Like, people want to open shard sometime. I didn't see any turtle yet.
Wow. Okay. So 2 for 2 so far. They don't exist. King, what about you?
I myself dropped a video personally. Wasn't able to secure any turtles other than the fusion and the freebie. And then I actually popped 200 for a clanmate, and he wanted Raph real bad, dude, and we just could not get that bag secured. I'm personally, I think that they don't exist.
Okay. Okay. So we got 3 for 3. Zero. What about you? Did you get one?
Nope. It's just Donatello and Michelangelo so far. And just like Kimpachi had a lot of members of the Brew Crew have us pull on their accounts. And we're talking, I've pulled hundreds of shards. And yeah, they don't exist. All the other legendaries have popped, including on my account as well. I've gotten some newer, I think I got like Asterlon and some other champs I didn't have previously, but yeah, nothing, no turtles, no April O'Neils on the 10Xs. This goes all the way back to the beginning. No, nothing.
Damn. Gessel, what about you?
Yeah, nothing for me, but I know two people who have the pizza icon, so it's working for them.
All right.
Yeah, I know a couple guys too in my clan have it.
Okay. PJ,
One's in chat right now. One's talking
Oh,
on chat right now.
One's in chat right now.
Yeah, Rip Rad, that MFer.
What about you, PJ?
Yeah, I don't think legendaries exist. I mean, I pulled 90 ancients and got no legendary at all, and I see you guys just ripping them left and right. So at least you got in some type of luck. Yeah, I pulled 90 for myself. Like I said, nothing, no legendaries, and then I pulled for some other people. Nothing crazy, but yeah, I haven't put any of the turtles either.
Awesome. Hey, I just want to give a quick shout out here to Nick Giles, who he has officially quit Raid for 2 years, and he has done so much better. Doing better with the business, doing better with life. Don't worry though, bro. I still got your account, so any day you're ready to come back, it's still here for you.
I'm ready to come back.
But big shout out to him. So yeah, man, it feels like these things just don't exist. I've just been ripping shards left and right, and I'm not getting a single one. I'm like, I'm telling myself I should probably just save for the guarantees, Though at this point, I'm a little scared that it might not happen, but who knows? But chat, how many of you guys have gotten any of these? Because again, I don't know, man. It just doesn't feel like they're real. All right, so let's go ahead and let's talk about the elephant in the room, guys, which is the Platinum Pass. All right, so first of all, let me ask, when Plarium announced that they were going to do a Platinum Pass or a Relic Pass, were you guys under the impression that this was going to be separate to the Forge Pass? That it was just going to be a pass just for the relics, and then we were going to have a pass for the gear, right? Did you think that that's how that was going to work out, or were you envisioning what they currently release out here, which is just an extra tier? Ken?
I mean, I was expecting like something special, like for the relics. I wasn't thinking to find there is like normal gear, like instinct set or whatever. Yeah, it's a little bit surprised me.
Okay. King, what about you? Did you think that it was going to be like this, or did you think it was, again, going to be a separate pass?
I definitely thought it was going to be a standalone item all on its own. So I was kind of seeing it more as like a Forge Pass this month, next month Relic Pass, and then kind of just on an alternating type schedule. So
Okay.
I was pretty surprised to see that they just released a third tier on top of the Forge Pass.
Yeah, and honestly, that's exactly what I was envisioning. Is 1 month we would get the Forge Pass, the next month we would get the Relic Pass, and I feel like that was a missed opportunity for them. So, Zero, what about you?
No, I think it was exactly how they delivered it. The way they worded it made it sound like, hey, if you buy the platinum tier, you'll get all the benefits of the gold. So it made me think that they were stacking them together. So I totally anticipated. Now the price point's a different conversation. Now I do think there was also language in there that said they're not going to always pair them. So I think they may have paired them this time, and maybe they'll separate them next time and do a little bit of that. But yeah, I anticipated it being, you have to, if you want the relic version, you have to go all in and buy the most expensive thing, and then you get the Forge Pass, the normal Forge Pass, as a benefit or whatever.
Okay, so you envisioned it this way. You didn't think it was going to be a
Yes.
standalone pass. Okay. PJ, what about you?
I kind of thought it was going to be like this as well. I was just expecting, obviously, better rewards, and I don't know, I was kind of expecting it to be like a free version too. and a paid version versus just the paid version. I kind of said this in my video. We can talk about this more later, but I feel like this would have been a perfect free version, and then they just forgot to add the paid version.
Okay.
So like adding 2 tiers instead of just the one. So it's like the Forge Pass
Yeah,
had the
kind
free
of.
and the pay, and then the Relic would have free and pay as well.
Yeah.
Yeah, that would have been dope.
Okay.
Do you-
All right.
Can I ask a quick question? I know
Yeah.
you're still going around, but do you get the extra 25 levels if you purchase the other one like you did
Yes.
before? Okay.
Yes. You can if you purchase the higher
How do you
tier,
know that?
can buy the
Did you buy it?
Nope. Nope.
Okay.
No, obviously not, right? Because it's right here. Obviously not. I didn't even. I
You
didn't
multiple
even-
accounts.
And I.
It's an alt account.
No. Main account.
Just
No,
one thing to
don't
note
even-
while you have that screen up, and I know I'm derailing your whole flow. I apologize, but I do think that they missed an opportunity. Yeah, because as you move along, they unlock what you actually get, whereas before it just showed you everything if you purchased it.
Mhm.
So I think they missed an opportunity because I don't know, when they first released it, you only saw like 1 or 2 things, or you only saw like the Platinum Pass Awards. There was only like 2 things in there. So I think they missed an opportunity to show what $50 would actually buy you. Just thing to note. And as you move along, it adds more to that tier. I don't know if y'all noticed that or not.
Yeah. So let me clarify something up here. So if you buy the 51, you don't get the extra passes. You have to buy the extra levels just like you would in the ordinary on the regular one, right?
Yep.
So it would be an extra, 25, 30, whatever, however many levels you try to buy. Because just like IPR Jungle just mentioned in the chat, he bought it and then he bought the extra 50 levels for $1 per level, right? So, PJ, sorry, not PJ, Gessel, what about you?
Yeah, this is not what I thought at all. I thought it was going to be specific, like a relic pass, not like a relic in addition to the weapon forge pass. Obviously, that's what I said. Like last week's, it now sounds ridiculous what I said last week, saying there would be 500 mythical fragments.
Mhm.
But I think if it were strictly a relic pass, I forget Pete if it was just Pete or whoever just said it. That bottom or the Plat pass could be the top row or the free row, right?
Yep.
And then you buy the whatever the good stuff that they didn't show us that maybe they'll add next time. And that would be the bottom row with like all the goodies. Yeah, I don't know. I was kind of shocked at this. I was kind of shocked because right, like this isn't what I expected. So I was surprised to see like 3 tiers and like kind of the mixing of it. But then I saw the rewards. I was like, oh my god, no
Right.
thanks.
Right. So let's talk a little bit about the rewards, right? So I don't think there's any objection in saying that the normal Forge Pass, the Gold Pass, just gear is a solid value for the $20, right? If you want to buy the 40, you can to get the extra levels. But I don't think any of you guys would disagree with me here saying that it's a solid buy for almost any level of account, especially depending on the gear that comes out, right? Anybody disagree? You can shake your head, yes or no. Yeah, I don't think nobody disagrees with me here. I think everybody is in pretty good agreement here. But let's talk about the rewards that you're going to get here. I mean, you get, and I can't give too much credit to anything else that you get other than it's 5 summons. You get 100 legendary stone, 100 legendary fragments, 200 epics, and 200 rares. Honestly, I just want to show you guys real quick. These were my rewards this week from Chimera, right? We've got 550 basalts here. Not basalt, sorry. Stardust, 380 here, 380 here, a 2-star basalt, and another 550. So the Stardust alone that we get out of the Forge Pass is 1,000 Stardust. The basalts, you get 3, what is it? No, sorry. You get 4 4-stars, right?
No, 4 2-stars.
4 2-stars, sorry. 4
4
1-stars,
stars.
4 2-stars, and 1 2 2-stars. You don't even get any 4 stars. It's just, okay, the gems, it's totally random on what you're going to get. But I think the rewards were absolutely hot trash. You know, I wanted to, I'd like to go and revisit the video I did earlier, but you know, that'll take too much time. But with the rewards, let's talk a little bit about how disappointed you all are, because it's not at the point where it's spitting in our face, but it's just about there. Like, I think they if they had taken out the legendary ones, this would have just been a complete, you know, do I even log on and play raid type of situation anymore. But let's take a free to play perspective here, and let's see what Ken has to say. I can't hear you, bro. You muted?
Oh, sorry, I was muted. I said, like, I'm actually happy because I don't want people getting one of the most broken relics they recently released that easily. Just spend money, boom, it's yours. Like, it's like pay to get, you know? But even me, I was expecting, which is we talked about that last week, at least 100 mythical, dude. Like, this is like joke. And I believe they're going to buff that in the next time. Because from what I see, lots of the Supreme Club members are crying, and the Plarium only care about them. None of us, just them. So next probably Forge Pass going to be his better reward, guys. So if you guys want to save your money to the next one, probably will be a good idea. Yeah, besides that, it's super. I mean, the initial part, so it's a first gold pass is $20, right? This platinum need to be cost extra 10, man. This is like maximum, in my opinion, worth $10. So $30 in total. If they put like 100 more 100 mythical over there with the 200 legendary, then $30 probably will go right.
Yeah, you know, my thought was at least guarantee us one legendary relic. If you're gonna charge,
I mean, if they give you
$30.
100 mythical, it's a guarantee one legendary. So
Right. So and that's the thing. It's like, if you guarantee us at least one legendary, okay, you know, you can stick it to me, but at least I'm gonna have a chance to get my 10th wand to submission a little bit, right? Chat, have any of you, because maybe I'm just wrong here, and there are some people that find value to this. Have you purchased this and found any value to the Platinum Pass? King.
Put me in, coach. I'm ready.
I
All right. So I'll try to keep it short. I'll try to keep it succinct and to the point. All right. The Platinum Pass in its current state should have been the free to play friendly version of it. Everything in there should have been bumped up by 1, and then that would have been a decent pay for the community. I mean, at this current state that it's in, 80% of the value of the Platinum Pass purchase is coming from the standard Forge Pass that you can purchase for $20. So you don't even need to pay the $50 unless you're just looking purely at a chance for relic crafting. The other thing is, I just think that Plarium kind of has this way about its business model of, let's release something in the absolute worst in the worst possible way it could be released to the community, so that everybody's up in arms and pissed off about it. And then what we'll do is we will fix it, right? Quote unquote, fix it, improve it just a little bit, and then everybody will be satisfied that at least it's not as bad as it was. And the reality is, nobody in the community should stand for this. Nobody in the community should pay for this, but it's your money and it's your account. Play the game how you want. I just refuse. I refuse to feed the monster that is Plarium, because if they can get away with this for their community, then what's next? And we have to draw a line somewhere, or else we are just going to be fed this crap on a repeated basis. And I mean, I guess final wrap up would just be, you know, best way to talk about the Forge Pass is like an elephant, one bite at a time, and damn, this Forge Pass bites.
Yep. I completely agree, and we did discuss it in length in the content creator chat. And pretty much the response that we got was, "Hey guys, we passed the information along, and the team will take a look at it for next time." What that means, we have no idea. We can all assume, but you know what they say when you assume something, right? PJ,
Yeah. Oh, can I say one more thing real quick? Sorry.
Go ahead. Yep.
I've got a couple of buddies that are in the Supreme Club, and I really want to stress that, when we're not in there, we're not in that chat, we don't know what's going on with that. It's really easy to say like, oh, like that's just the mega whales and the mega krakens, but like Cruisin's not in there, Doc Moreau's not in there. Like there's plenty of whales and krakens that aren't in there. But I've got receipts, I've got screenshots of people making comments in the Supreme chat, and everybody's pissed that free-to-play players get absolutely nothing from Plarium. And this was a straw that broke a lot of backs.
Yeah, I've gotten a lot of those screenshots, a lot of the comments from some of the Supreme Club members, and their response has been overwhelmingly like, this is absolute trash. I will tell you, like, the moment that this pass dropped, like I had the day off on Wednesday, so I was sitting around working on some YouTube videos and stuff like that. And the moment that this pass dropped, my cell phone is blowing up with text messages from, people in the community that have my number. Like, this is hot trash. Like my DMs are just like, what the hell are they doing? Like, this is absolute garbage. And I agree with them. I mean, there are some people that defend this and say that it was good and, in some sort of way justify themselves into purchasing it. But, as you said, King, it's your money. You do what you want.
Exactly. Because we all love power creep, dude. But at the end of the day, like if the power creep becomes too much, then there's nobody to play the game against.
Right. PJ, what about you?
Yeah, I mean, I definitely agree with you guys. I kind of take a little bit of a different perspective on this, and it's like, I don't know. I think it's really bad, but I'm not getting like upset about it. Like, just don't buy it. Like, I don't think it's something to where the community should be like necessarily up in arms, because they're not forcing you to get it. It's not like you need it. It's not like there's anything good in there. So why, like, I don't know. Like, I think they need to make it better, and I think that it's shit, but I'm definitely not like super heated or upset about it personally.
Well, I think let me paint it to you this way. The relics themselves have been a huge game changer for a lot of accounts, right? They've opened up, let's talk about the cat's case for a second. You can essentially build your champion in a 6-piece stone skin and put a cat's gaze on him and basically have the double protection of stone skin and a mini savage gear, right? A mini savage set. So relics have opened up so much, and you can't essentially build a champion without having a decent relic on him. It used to be before you needed just the soul, right? But now you need that little bit of extra. And so when people saw this happening, people got excited. People said, okay, we need more. We need more relics. We need more mats. We need more basalts. We need more stars just, more gemstones. So they get excited, but then they get let down. And I think that's the problem. That's the situation that happened. Is this was presented in I'm going to go ahead and say just a very wishy-washy kind of way. Like, it wasn't, hey guys, it's only going to be a paid version of the Relic Pass. There's not going to be any free to play. And that's what kind of, I think, set people off. Maybe I'm wrong, chat.
Yeah.
Is that how you guys feel? Go ahead.
I mean, I definitely agree with you. I mean, one worry I had was this was going to be too pay to win friendly. Like, if this before they added the 4-star basalts in the game, I was worried that this was going to be the only way to get them, was only be able to buy them 4 to 5 in the Force Pass. If that was true, I would have been like, that's not good. If you can't get them in the game, you shouldn't be able to just buy them. If you can get them on extra on top, like from the Force Pass, then that's okay. Which they're starting to do. They're starting to add more 4-stars in the game. So now it'd be okay to see the 4-star in the Force Pass. But I don't know. I mean, it's Plarium. Like, they always do this. They always throw something at us the first time really bad, like Copium said. It's the model. They see who's gonna buy it at the worst, and they're gonna slowly make it a little bit better, and then they'll find like the market value for it. I don't know, maybe you guys, yeah, just get your hopes up too high. I mean, I think it's really, really bad, but I don't think it's like that deep.
Sorry about that, chat. I had to mute myself so you guys didn't hear me sneeze. No, and here's the thing though. In Centranos, now you can get a 4-star and some 3-star and 2-star basalts. This pass doesn't even give you, you're essentially paying for it, and it doesn't, well, not essentially, you are paying for it, but you're not even getting a 4-star basalt. So it's kind of one of those things where it's just
that's what I'm saying. It's don't buy it.
Yeah, it's crazy.
It's a huge letdown, and that I think that's why people are upset. That I 100% feel that it's just the way it was presented is not how we felt it was going to come out. Like I said, a majority of the community thought it was going to be 2 separate passes. Everybody that was going to get free to play could get something, but this is just locked behind a paywall. Not a huge paywall, but just a paywall. So
I mean, again, that's like you said, the community put the expectations on themselves. I mean, Playroom gave us a little bit of what they said, and I mean, Zero Brew said he thought this was exactly what it was going to be. So I mean, that's just the player base misunderstanding what Playroom is saying.
Well, and we'll go to Zero next, but Zero, you thought it was going to be the same exact way, like a Forge Pass, and then you'll be able to purchase the next one, or did you think that it was going to be strictly all relics, and then you'd be able to purchase the 3rd level?
No, I thought it was going to be exactly like this. It was the way they worded it, and I'm going to be honest. I've always been the first to say they're terrible at communications, whether that's just language barrier or things like that, like character skills and things like that. But the way they wrote this, it made it sound like it was going to be exactly this. If you want the Forge Pass, it's going to be still sold to you for $20. And again, I think we've already said it, and I said it last week. And I'll always say it, like for $20, the Forge Pass is worth it. And then what my brain was telling me was, unless people just don't have time to play the game and have a bunch of disposable income, those are the people that are probably ever purchasing that gold pass, or I say gold pass, but that give you 25 levels up, right?
Mm-hmm.
And I was like, that's not even worth it, because you still can always, as long as you play the game every day, a little bit every day, you're going to get the level 50 of the Forge Pass for $20. So I don't know why people would ever buy that $40 version. So the way they worded it made me think, hey, we're going to attack this ability to get relics through the Forge Pass system. And by the way, we got like 1% of the people buying Forge Pass paying for that $40 version. Guess what? We're gonna stack this on top, and you're gonna get that $40 version. Plus, you're gonna get the ability to get these relics. So that's how I completely interpreted it personally.
Okay. As for the the resources we get out of it for the $30, can you make a case and argument that it's worth it?
No, not at all. I'm not.
You guys,
I'm nowhere there.
Can you do this?
No. 20, and I think Cobium even said it the best, is like, 80% of the value of the $50 thing comes from the $20 version, right? So I completely agree with that. And I've always said that the $20 version is one of the best things in the game to buy. I think the $10 gem pass is one. I think the monthly gem pack, if you want to purchase gems, you get about $85-ish for $50. That's a decent deal that you can get once a month. And then I think the Forge Pass, when they offer it for $20, and in this case, you're getting a mythical piece of instinct. You get all the extra instinct pieces, but you're getting 5- and 6-star glyphs too.
Right.
Now, with Faction Wars, and they've increased the whole glyph thing, does that diminish that a little bit? That's a different conversation, but maybe so. But I think this in general, so I got 2 points I want to make on this topic. Is I think any game company like this is going to set the bar really, really high. I think Copium broke it down a little bit better, saying, hey, they're going to give us this really crappy, and then they're going to quote unquote fix it. And then it's like, hey, it's not as abusive as it was before. I just think any game company is going to set their bar high and see what the initial, and if if they had half their player base buy it for $50, then they'd be like, boom, that's our price point. We just made a whole lot of money. And I think people are up in arms, and they're gonna maybe adjust the pricing or adjust what you get out of it, which I think would be the better thing if they wanted to keep the price point the same. The second point I want to say is I know we talked about the game company that bought out
MTG.
Plarium. What's the deal? What's the name?
MTG.
Yeah, MTG. Yes, thank you. So I know we had when the announcement came out, and we had to wait the 6 months for it to happen, and now it has officially happened. And if this is the direction, we were hoping that maybe they'd be a little more reasonable, because it's a gaming company going from a gambling company, right, to a gaming company. And if this is any indication of what their kind of expectations are to get their reinvestment in, or their money back from their investment in purchasing out Plarium from Aristocrat or whatever it was, yeah, MTG, you gotta do better. That's just kind of my 2 cents on that.
So
And then
what
just final thing in terms of rewards. I know we talked about it last week, but I was expecting at minimum platinum, the mythical rolls, so you guaranteed at least a legendary out of this. For $50, you're getting a 19.75% chance of getting this actual Forge Pass relic, and of course, you might get a standard group as the
it's
other.
not 50, it's
19.75.
30. We gotta
It's
recognize the
39.5% chance, but you got to divide that by 50.
It's $30 difference. Okay, I understand.
Oh.
It's yes, you have to do both, but it's, you know, if you were buying this,
You're
for you to
you're
buy this, it's
100%.
30.
Yeah, you're 100%
30
right.
more.
But the way they did it, though, to get
Right.
the 5 little relic rolls, you have to pay $50.
Right, I get you.
Okay. Yeah. And I'm just saying, because there are no mythical ones in there for that price point, whether it's $30, $50, whatever the price point, however you want to look at it, regardless, $50 is coming out of my bank account. So that's how much it costs. I mean, that's the way it is. It's $50, right?
Right.
Yeah. You get
Why
the other
is there no
benefits.
option to just buy the Plat Pass, like to just buy the
Exactly.
Relic option?
Exactly. So,
Well, maybe
and then
they feel
again,
that just the Plat
that's
Pass
how
is
I
worth
thought they were
50.
going to do it. Yeah.
Right.
Go ahead. Sorry.
So to your point, you know, I hope everybody remembers what the original price of these were. It was almost $8 a piece, if I'm not mistaken, and they came
Yep.
down. So it is their MO to price things high as they bring something new in, and then eventually lower it. Although, you know, energy packs have gone the different way. Energy packs have gone from, I want to say it was like $3.50 per energy. Excuse me. It was a decent offer if you were getting like $1.50 per energy refill. Now it's, you know, you're looking to almost like $2.50 at some cases per refills, the way it's calculated, and it sucks. But yeah, I think you're both, you and Kopi, are right on the fact that it's going to be adjusted. And I more likely think that the rewards will be adjusted as opposed to the price point, right?
Yeah. Yeah, I think that would be what it is. And just final thing to say on, and I'll shut up and let other people talk, but in terms of the value of this, like King Copium said it best, it's your money, your account, it is, you know, do what you want with it. However, the quickest way to make change on this is for the community not to support this model financially. Like honestly, the community needs to understand, do not open up your wallet for this if you think this is way too much or way too little for how much they're asking you to purchase it for. So the best way to make a change is to not support it. Right.
Right.
If they had a number in mind, hey, this is going to generate $5 million. I'm just picking a number, and it generates the $5 million. They are not going to change it. But if it generates $500,000, they're going to be like, oh my God, we really underestimated the value of the price point here, so we got to come down with it. And I think that you're right. The red gems, what are they called? The mythical,
the
whatever,
bag of gems,
stones.
sack of gems. Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, that's 100% right. Right. So
right. You know, and the one other thing you said about, you know, when MTG took over, I guess, and there's maybe a whole nother discussion to have, was everything that was being done while Aristocrat owned Plarium actually Aristocrat's call, or was it Plarium's call. We've seen it change ownership now. So what do you guys think, chat? Is it Plarium themselves that have said, you know what, this is how we're going to do it? We took what we got from Aristocrat, we set it straight, and we're not changing our ways. Because again, you are right. We all thought that when MTG took over, things were going to change. It was going to be more player-base friendly. They were going to do a lot more things to keep us happier, but it doesn't seem that way.
Free gear removal?
I mean, that is true.
That's a fair point, dude. It really is a fair point.
That is, you're right. You're right. That is a fair point. So maybe we will have a discussion on that sometime soon. Gessel, what about you, man? What do you think?
Well, like I can understand like everyone's point here, their frustrations and their dislikes for stuff. My frustration with this game is the fact that it is pay to win, and that I'm trying to compete at a high level, and there's absolutely no way I can compete with the wallet, so I compete with what I've got. Now, if we're not giving those Krakens anything extra, I'm actually really happy about it. When I saw this Forge Pass, I was like, sweet. A, I don't have to buy it. And B, the Krakens aren't getting anything up on me. So that's how I took it. That's just me.
So you
I don't know. We're talking about
loss.
To me, it worked out great. So,
okay.
I don't know.
That's fair.
That's fair.
I have to buy it, and the Krakens aren't getting a leg up on me. So that's how I took it. But after hearing what everyone's saying, like, yeah, 100% it's lame because free-to-play gets 0 from it, right? That's really lame. The cost is outrageous. Like, we're throwing $50 around here like it's $5. You know, $50 is freaking is food for a week.
Yep.
For families, you know what I mean? So like
that fills my truck up to get to work, man. Like,
yeah, I mean, Ken was showing us little items just around his desk that he bought earlier for, $2 or something. Yeah, that's a physical thing. There you go, right there. So, like, you also got to put it in a little bit of perspective. But
I go to the store.
I understand.
Like $4 for a monster. Okay, that's just
how many monsters per pack, dude? You got to break it down by monster.
I no, that's just for one. And I'll tell you this: I drink like 3 of those a day.
My goodness,
your heart.
I Greek. I got a strong heart. Sorry, Gessel, go ahead.
Yeah, so I don't know. I came at it for like it was like a sense of relief when I saw it. Frankly, that's how I saw it. But I don't know. I'm just hoping. I'm trying to just hang with some of these guys, and it's just hard sometimes, So it was a win for me.
Okay. All right. So we're all in agreement. This is a pretty shit pass. I think we all pretty much were in the same range of what the price for the pass would be, which was about $50. To be quite honest, I think as a standard price for that is not bad. The what we get, okay, is absolutely horrible, but to their pricing standards, it's about what we all expected. I don't think anybody here would say, maybe $10 less, but I think 50 is right where we all expected it to be. Now, I want to really home in on what they could change. Now, if they keep it at the $50 mark, which again, I expect them to, I don't think that they're going to go any higher than this. Knowing with the changes that they have done to the basalts and to everything else in Curse City and into Chimera itself, what extra should they add onto the pass? How should they make the improvements? And I want to be clear here that yes, we all want a lot of things, right? I would love to have 5 mythical crafting materials in here, but that's not going to be the reality. I want to be realistic here of what the community can ask from Plarium. So with that in mind, Ken, next pass that comes out, the Platinum Pass, what do you envision?
I mean, 100 more legendary. Sorry, excuse me. And 100 mythical, that for sure.
Okay.
And more Starstone, man. Like, lots of people are missing the fact, but thankfully we are getting more basalt now. Like, There is literally loss of basalt now in the game. You can get it on the training, Chimera, Curse City. Bro, we don't have a Starstone to upgrade or relics. And nobody's talking about that thing. They give us chicken, but we don't have XP bro to level up. So, like, there is only 1,000 Starstone over there, bro. Like, that's so low.
I'm not going to say names or anything, but there was a particular person that I went at it with them on this, and they said that it was worth the 1,000 Stardust for the $30, and I was like,
bro, 1,000 star. It's like if you have one mythical relics, like removing that costing you like 800 or stuff like that, maybe 780, something like that, guys. So, I mean, it's not even going to be enough to bring it back to your champion.
Right. So, okay, so you're saying at least another 100 legendaries, one crafting material for a mythical, and more Stardust. Okay, I could agree with that. I could back that up. I think that's fair to ask. Let's go to PJ next.
Oh, so you don't want to make it obviously too good because free to play can't get it. I do think this, like I said earlier, this would have been a perfect free to play pass, and then added another tier on top of that. I agree with Ken. I think more Starstone would be nice. I think we don't really need as many 1-star basalts because that's just a crappy relic you're gonna get anyways. Like that's just a rare relic. So maybe more 3 stars would be better. Personally, I think they should add an option to have the community pick which, or like whoever buys it pick which legendary relic they want from the Forge Pass, because some people might want one, some people might not want the other. So it'd be a cool option to be able to pick which one you want personally. I definitely think 100 mythical match should be in there. Yeah, maybe some gemstones, better gemstones. We don't need rare gemstones. Anything rare, like most people just don't really care about, even epic. It's all about honestly the legendary and the mythical stuff. So yeah, more Starstone and options.
Okay. Kopi, what about you?
All right. So hang in there with me, right? I think that the current Platinum Pass and it's in the state that it's in at this exact moment should be the free to play path. They should implement that for the community. And then what I'd like to see from the pass is kind of everything just turned up a little bit. So the rare gems become epic gems. The epic gems become legendary gems. Give us at least one random mythical gem. Give us one mythical craft. If we're going to pay for this, like, the free-to-play community needs something. Throw them a bone, for the love of God. But if you do want to spend your money and you do want to get something out of the game that, you know, blah, 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 then there should be a paid version. And I'm not against that in any way, shape, or form. I just want my money to have a return on its investment. So the other thing, too, is, and what I wish that they would have done with this Platinum Pass is, I wish they would not have created a bunch of new relics for a Forge relic. They should have brought the collections back that you can no longer attain in the game and put those crafting materials into it.
Let me cut you off there real quick. So all the relics that are implemented into the game will come back eventually during other events through the event engine.
Yeah, but so I didn't play during the Alice event.
Yes.
So
all of those are going to come back though eventually.
And so that's cool. I just think that this probably would have been a great way for them to do that. Like, instead of creating an entire new, 2 new rare relics, 2 new epics, 2 new all the way down to mythic. Like, they could have just said, this is sorry, what's the Forge Pass this rotation? Is it Instinct?
Yes.
Yeah, so it's like this is Instinct, and then here's, the Alice in Wonderland materials for relics. And then here's Slayer, and then, here's the Ninja Turtles. And then just, it's on like this weird rotation of blah, blah, blah. Maybe it works out, maybe it doesn't, but like just throw us something. Like, And because instead of it, I know that you can get these materials from tournaments and events and stuff like that, but I don't like that they created an entire group of relics to just put it into a pass that you have to pay for.
Okay. I agree with you that, you know, to further add that on, I think that the Forge Pass for the gear and the Forge Pass for the relics should be two separate things. I would love to see 1 month should be the relic pass, 1 month should be the gear pass. That's it. I think that's how it should be done. You give both the free to play version and the pay to win version. I think that is ideally the best case scenario, and that's honestly how they should proceed. With that in mind and said, is that what they're going to do? Probably not. I think what they're going to do is just turn this up and give more rewards to just the pay to win.
Because Modern Thinker, like, who's somebody who hangs out in my chat quite a bit, he, you know, and I think a lot of us share this opinion, is the goal for Raid is to get you to spend money.
Right.
So the more that they give free to play, the more that they make free to play viable. Right now, you kind of have to be a bit of a masochist to be free to play in this game. Like, I love you, Ken, but I don't know how you do it. And I mean, the goal is to get you to pay.
Yeah.
So they're not going to give you anything.
Yeah. I will hands down say what Ken is doing. There's no way in hell that I could manage to do that. Like, even if I tried, the temptation is just there, and knowing that I can, it gets me. Yeah, go ahead.
Can I answer that question a little bit? I mean, like, if you are free to play, like, you should know what you can achieve and what you can't. Like, top 100 live arena, for example, may be possible for me. Like, if I grind, maybe I can do that, but in realistic, like, it's not really that optional. Like, anything more than 100 platinum, you know, this kind of stuff, you cannot win your tournament. I mean, you can once every like 7 months. If you save like insane amount of the resources, you can win it. I won the Harima 5-star back in the day. I used like 3k. No, I used like 7k XP, bro, I think, because I've been saving them for 4 years, you know?
Right.
But since that day, I still trying to recover from that day. I still didn't recover, even it's more than 1 year. So if you accept that, you can enjoy the game as a free to play. But if you are looking for more competitive, especially for the arena wise, you need to spend your money. But here's the thing: there is always bigger fish than you. Like, lots of you guys here spending, right? Well, do you have a chance against the crypto? It's a pay to.
Wait. Even being a Kraken, I mean, you got a very, very small chance against accounts like that.
Yeah, exactly. You know? Like, they keep releasing power creep nonstop. Like, back in the day, like 3-4 years ago, game was more free to play friendly because you have a SIF. I will always give the same example, but that's the fake. Let's say I got lucky. I'm free to play. I got lucky. I pulled a SIFI. You have a SIFI. You are Kraken. I have a SIFI. What is the difference between us?
Wait,
not many, right?
Did you right now, like, I'm not a
no. Okay. I'm not telling to specifically you. Right? Just for example, and
just want to make sure.
You know, like, after that they released the like Faction Guardian Empowerment. You have a +4 SIFI. I still have a SIFI. Right. Now after that, Awakening is not super pay to win. By the way, it's just going to take some time. You can make your champion 6-star as well, except mythical. So you have a +4 SIFI. I have a SIFI. So after the mythical, you have a +4 Star Sage. I have a SIFI. Okay. So relics as well. You have a mythical relics +4 Star Sage. I have SIFI. So this is the difference now on these days. Power creep.
And again, I look at you and I look at me and I'm like, nope, can't do that. Can't do that. Like, when I watch your stream sometimes and you're like, champions are going slower than your, you know, my nuker is going slower than your, or faster than your speed booster. It's one of those things where I'm just like, I don't know. I couldn't.
I mean, bro, you need to evolve yourself to, like, if you cannot win the speed race, like, you are either like, oh, screw this game, I'm not playing, or you need to try to take a look at your account and what you can do with a speed gear on that. It's called the Go
Right.
Second Team. So again,
Yeah,
it's
but-
not easy. Nothing is easy on this game. So what can I do, man? Trying to survive there.
Dude, what can
Right.
Ken do, bro? He can solo hard faction wars 21 with Marius.
Oh yeah, I can do that.
That's what he can do.
Okay.
Marius awesome.
He is. Again, another example of Plarium giving out a free-to-play accessible champion to the whole community. But that's why I'm going to cut that off. Zero, what about you, man? What would you like to see in the next iteration of the Platinum Pass?
Well, since Gestel went after me last time, I think I'm on the Gestel camp, man. Don't give anybody crap and keep
I
this
didn't go after
power creep.
anyone.
Yeah, like keep people from. Yeah, if people want to buy this, go for it. Enjoy your blue relic you get out of this. Enjoy your little 5 free once a month, or not free. Your $50 5 free pulls or 5 extra pulls you're gonna get compared to everybody else just playing the game, right? So I'm kind of in that camp. But if I were to say, hey, Zero Brew, you're gonna spend $50 this month, and you're gonna do it on the Force Pass. What does this have to have? At minimum, it has to have the 4 mythicals, so you're guaranteed at least a legendary out of this.
Yep.
And I'm gonna be honest, I think you need 200 of the legendaries, and I would say maybe 400 of the epics, and 500 or 600 of the blues. And I just recently dropped a video. I think yesterday is when it dropped, but we pulled on 3 different people's accounts have been hoarding all their relics, and it was like 80 or 90 relics that we pulled. And you can get a legendary out of blue relics and purple relics because we certainly saw that happen in the small samplings we did. I say small samplings, but 80 or 90 pulls is a lot. But all in all, out of that, we only got I don't know, 6 or 7, 8 or 9 total legendaries out of that, and of course, half of those came out of the standard group, right? So, which want a submission, yay for that, right? So can't really complain, but yeah, this would have to have a whole lot more stuff, and I think too, the other thing that Plarium's really understanding, go into your forge, your relics. Oh, yeah, that'll work. And go into your gems. I want to see the gems.
Oh, gemstones. You want to go into
Yeah,
my
yeah.
gemstones? Okay.
Yeah, I want to see what your gemstones look like. Yeah. So yeah, I think you just go into collection, just click a gem on a relic. Or there you go. Yeah. So these things, and it looks like you probably do a much better job of using yours than I do. You probably put more relics on your champions. Just another downfall of me, but these things are a dime a dozen now at this point, and to get blue and purple gemstones is yeah, it's just really tough. So I think you need a lot more gemstones to make this $50 worth it. And again, I know the difference between 30 and 20, but at the end of the day, to get this, $50 is coming out of my bank account. So that's how I look at it.
So I'm gonna highlight what you just said right there, right? Because let's just briefly look between the free-to-play version of the relic of the pass with the pay-to-win version. There is no epic or rare crafting material here, right? So
Yeah.
I agree with you there. There should not be any of the rare relic material here. There shouldn't be any rare gemstones. We get those from Chimera. So I would definitely support and agree with, double the rewards here, or at least get rid of these and double these and add the mythical one and get rid of anything that is blue. If you're paying for it, blue is not for you, right? And I know that this is gonna bite off a couple of people the wrong way, but the rare ones is where the free to play should start and should be ending off towards at least 1 or 2 of the epics. And again, I know it's gonna piss off a lot of people, but the minimum for the pay to win pass should be epic relic materials, because again, we all know that they are going to just come down to the lesser version when we craft it, right? We know that the legendaries are going to craft into a 5-star or an epic or a rare. So, Gestel, what about you?
I mean, I'm fine with all these suggestions. I don't know. Less is more for me. Like I said
Less
earlier,
is more.
I
Plus, it's
don't.
like-
I don't need them. I don't need them to add anything else. But yeah, I wasn't
Plus,
calling anyone else out. Either.
No, I
don't
think what he was
so-
saying is, you made a great call on the fact that, it's a ship pass. It doesn't give the Kraken's wills more than what I
the
currently
Kraken's
have.
will, yeah. So now I've turned everyone's mind
I was
around.
yeah, I 100% was agreeing with you. Yeah, because if you don't, yeah, if you buy this, you're not getting anything to get an advantage over anybody else. Not really.
Yeah, unless you're in the like 1% of people who just get, lucky and craft the
lucky.
mythical. Like, I mean,
Yeah.
congrats to you. But the current point that it's at least we could say, I mean, these Krakens would have to be pretty damn lucky.
I mean, I think Ken says it's a 0.5% chance to get this, right?
You did before.
Yes.
You did before.
So it is off of Epic crafting materials, a 0.05% chance to get it. So does it happen? Yes. Does it mean it's always going to happen? No, not at all. I've gone after.
It's hilarious and just go ahead.
No, go ahead.
Yeah, go into the pass and put in just one blue token thingy.
I don't even think I have one. There we go.
Just any one blue. There you go. Yeah, look at that. 0.01% chance of crafting a mythical from that. But I think this goes into what we just said. If you're paying $50 and they're giving you 2 shots at a 0.01% chance of a mythical, that is an absolute joke. I think you raised a good point. Like, there should not be any blues if you're paying for it.
Right.
And maybe give us a free version. Maybe they take this feedback, give us that free version and give you the blues and like 1 or 2 epics. And then the paid version is epic minimal and then up into a mythical. But yeah,
Well, so-
0.01% is a joke.
So the epic mats, they're still 0.05, but it's a 4% for legendary, 35% for epic, and then 60% for rare. And then
go ahead.
it just it kind of goes up, but 0.18% for 39% for legendary mats for a legendary, 0.5% for mythical, 60% at epic, 0% rare. And then mythical is your highest bet, but it's 20% mythical, 80% legendary, and then that's it.
Right.
So it's like there's no reason that we should be paying to craft rares.
Agreed. Chat's all like, I'm watching you. But I mean, if you look at this, like even the mercy system or the shard system, the rates for that are extremely low as well too, right? I mean, voids to get a legendary, you're talking a 0.5% chance on a non-boosted. So, and I think rares, so it's the same thing for an ancient shard as well too. So it definitely hurts to see the rates being so low. I think maybe when the charms come out, we might be having a different conversation to see what we can craft. But again, even when those come out, I expect it to be very, very heavy pay to win side. And God knows, what the rate increases are going to be for that. Looking at the past though, we did, I don't want to call it bright news, but we did get something a little bit better this week, which was the basalts. I hadn't even seen this. I was doing Centranos, and I got up to Alname here, and I ended up beating him, and all of a sudden I saw a 4-star basalt, and I was like, what the? I was like, holy shit, They exist. That's crazy. So they did change a couple of things here. Curse City now is going to... I'm sorry?
Have you seen the chimp training? It's in there too.
I think the champ training was a 4-star. Yes, I did see that. So I'm waiting to see if the 5 stars exist, to be honest. And I almost did go for the 4-star here. I just I don't know if I want to spend 1,300 points because a legendary book is usually 10,000. So I don't know if I want to really put that much effort into this. Plus, I feel like we're definitely going to have more of the guaranteed events, so I'm trying to save a lot of resources for that. But now we're going to get, Curse City is going to give us, what do we got? 1 2-star basalt, 3 3-star basalts, 1 4-star basalt from S29, and 1 from S22. So it looks like it's going to be a way better increase. I don't think we're losing S22. I just want to make sure we're not losing any of the really good rewards. Yeah, okay, so we're not losing anything from Tainted Fire, so we're losing something from S22, which is this one. Cool, I'll take that. And the Anomaly one, I don't think this one really gave us anything else better, to be quite honest, right? So I think this is a step in the right direction for Centranos. It definitely gives you a little more of incentive. I thought the best reward from Centranos every month was the Eternal Soulstone. Live Arena, it hasn't been active yet, but Live Arena will start giving you some basalts as you start moving up. And then Chimera Trials, you start getting some. I think somebody sent me a Discord in Discord. I think it was Being Useless.
Yeah, it's a useless.
Sent an image of actually getting one. Let me see if I can find it here. But it, yeah, there we go. You got a 1 4-star basalt, 1 3-star basalt. So, you know, and I think Ken would agree that this team is pretty free to play friendly, right? You got all of these guys. You got a Galathier, Toshiro, Fina, Riho, Theodore. You got all those, right, Ken?
Wait, which champion? Actually, I have none of them, by the way.
You have none? Oh, wait.
No,
right.
I don't even have a Theodore. Nope, I have none of them.
No. Okay, so the Galathier Abuser is just PJ. Gotcha.
Gaslighting.
Just a little. That said, let's talk a little bit about this. We've been asking for basalts to level up the gear, or to level up the relics. I think it's a step in the right direction. Are we upset? I don't know what we're losing for the live arena seasons, to be quite honest. But again, as long as we're not losing the crafting relic material, I'm okay. Where do you guys stand with this, PJ?
On that, on that page real quick, can you hit control and then scroll up so it zooms in a little bit?
Yep.
And then go ahead, PJ, my fault.
Oh, you're good. Yeah, looking good. Step in the right direction. The only thing that is kind of stinky, at least for Chimera, was they put them on pretty difficult trials for the first week. Hoping they'll change like the other ones, so they'll be a little bit easier. But for the first week, they're on 2 really tough ones. But yeah, we needed more in the game. There's still no 5-star, but 4-star was something that we really needed. Yeah, all good areas, more reasons to do live arena, more reasons to work on Curse City. Yeah, I'm happy. I think it's they're doing good.
Okay, so they put this on the RAM form, which okay. That's
And the other
not
one
happening.
is ignore res or decrease res, I think.
Place 10 debuffs on the Chimera when in its turn. One of the debuffs must be decreased resistance. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
So yeah, 2 of the most challenging ones out there. So I agree. Let's go to Gestel next. What do you think, man? Is this going to make you do more Centranos? Maybe more Chimera trials?
I've been trying to do all of that pretty much before this. It certainly sweetens the deal. I feel I've been kind of calling for these things for a while. We need chicken for relics, man. Brews for relics. I guess we could use more for those too, but I'm happy with this. I think this is a good change or a good addition. And I didn't know that they were in tournaments and stuff now too. So I'm glad they're putting out this stuff more. My relics are pathetic. Like I have maybe 2 +12s. I don't even think I have any a +15 yet. So I need to buckle down and start doing some of this. And this will probably incentivize me to start doing that, because I feel like if I do have some 4-stars now, or at least coming in the horizon, it will it'll get me to level up other things. So now, like, I don't have to do, whatever it is to get. You have to do 16 to get 4. Now I just have to do 8 because I've got 2 4-stars sitting there, so it makes it a little more achievable. I feel like. So I think this is very good. This is very good. It's gonna give me a little more food for the relics, man. It's gonna help it out. I like it.
I think I'm right there with you with only having 4 stars up to 12, and that's really much about it. I don't.
Yeah, it gets so hard after that. You need so much. It's
But
ridiculous.
not just that, but it's like, do I really want to give up anything? Because I was pushing hard mode faction wars, so I was trying to use every single relic that I could, even just for the minimal stat boost, just to be able to complete it. But Zero, what about you, man?
Yeah. So as much as the first part of this podcast has been, kind of negative towards Plarium and the force pass and the price and all that stuff, I think we have to give them a whole lot of credit for this because, first of all, after 6 years, they finally give us the free gear cleanse, which
Gear
in
removal.
Not gear
theory,
cleanse.
Gear
You don't want to
removal.
gear
cleanse
removal,
from that.
whatever.
Listen,
Look,
I want to
Listen,
get.
I need to cleanse my gear. Damn it! I got like 200 or 300 in my mailbox right now. Okay,
No,
look, I
hold on.
gotta cleanse and then do some free removals.
Do you
Yes.
want a gear cleanse from a company that says you should put him in speed sets and life sets?
No.
Do you want a gear
No,
cleanse from
no.
your chat? Would any of you
Attack
want a gear
percentage.
cleanse?
You need attack percentage boots on your nukers, dude.
Yeah,
Would
Fair enough.
any of you guys want a gear cleanse from Plarium if this is how they suggest? Continue, Zero. Sorry. We got
no, you're good. You're good. Sorry, free gear removal, right? And we said when it popped in, and I did think it was funny because they removed all of our tokens that we'd gotten out of Sin City that you can leave there, the 1 hour pops and stuff. And we said at the time, it was like, okay, now what are they going to replace us with? And honestly, we may not even have a need for silver as much anymore as well. Again, we'll have to see how that completely shakes out with more time. But with the free gear removal, it makes it easier to move up in Sin City, right? Because you can do stun sets and things like that with these crappy champs that you have to build out for some of these stages at the higher levels. But then they took the advantage and they heard the feedback and said, hey, we don't have enough to roll up the relics, so let's put some basalts or something in there. So I want to give them credit for this. This is a big win. Again, free gear removal, fixing Sin City very quickly, and then adding the relic stuff in there. So I think that's all positives. I'm all for it. Now I just need to take the time to cleanse my gear and make better gear sets.
Darn says Plarium gear removal is going to be select all, delete, buy energy.
Yeah, exactly. That's what I was thinking.
Gestel, what about you?
Wait, what was the question again?
The basalt. No, I'm sorry.
I did
I actually
basalt.
already asked
Yeah, I
you.
did basalt.
King, what about you?
I mean,
Oh,
sorry.
King,
You said
King.
King. Sorry,
King.
I thought it's a cat. Sorry.
Sorry. My thing is I'm pretty happy, dude. Like I'm with Zero on it. As much as the first bit of this was kind of screw the man, like at the same time, dude, like thanks for listening to the community and realizing that, basalts are a problem and that we needed them and they've kind of come through for us. And obviously, you can't just go from nothing to everything. So I think it's in a good spot right now. It would have been nice if they took away our tokens, if we got a little bit of, silver reimbursement. As far as free gear removal being a thing and then silver not being as important, we still have to roll our gear and that's expensive. And the thing about it for me is what I've noticed since free gear removal became a thing, as a quick side note, the energy packs have been horrendous, man. I've been trying to buy energy, but it's like they're all at like 160 energy per dollar. And it's like normally I'm looking for like, 270 plus. So that's definitely been a little bit of a hit since free gear removal became a thing. But back to the basalts, it's like Curse City, great. I'm working on Curse City hardcore. I want full clears every rotation. Live Arena, everybody dogs on Live Arena. I'm trying to get my seasonal rewards. So having basalts in there makes me happy as well. And then Chimera Trials, that's a joke. But you know,
You mean you don't have a +4 Galathir or, Sulfurion to come in there and a Senna, +4 Senna to come in and just do everything for you?
unfortunately, I don't, but I know this one guy who streams it in my Discord every week. So, that's got to mean something, right?
Yeah, no, I agree, man. I think the free gear removal has been a step in the right direction. They're listening. They're taking the same feedback that they got from that they gave us with the basalts. I'd like to see a little bit more with the Stardust, maybe giving us like once a month or maybe on the weekends, once a week, we could remove the relics without costing us anything. Ken, what are your thoughts?
I mean, they wasn't even giving us 3-star before. Now, like, there's a lot of the option we can obtain the 4 stars. And especially cursed, this is a massive cursed buff. Like, if you guys like Ant Game, obviously, especially after the live arena bonus, cursed is quite easy. I mean, not easy, but alright difficulty. Like, especially compared to the, like PJ mentioned earlier, like, getting 4-star basalt in the Chimera trial. Like, you can get 2 4-star basalt every month from the Cursed, for example, on the hard Soul Cross stages, which is pretty good. That's what my plan, actually. I'm not going to take the Chimera. I mean, obviously, I'm going to try my best, but I'm not going to take it, like, seriously. Not going to be waste my time or the energy for that. Because end of the day, we can get bunch of from the Cursed, we can get some from the live arena. But again, like, real problem is going to be Starstone, especially we have more chicken to upgrade or relics now, which is going to record the level up first, which is we need to use the or Starstone for that. I wish Plurimis think about it. I wish they also put some Starstone alongside with them on the multiple places, like Cursed, for example. Or like they buffed the Chimera chest reward, because Chimera chest reward still give you 2-star basalt by the Ultra Nightmare difficulty, which is like hard to understand why they didn't do anything with them. But hopefully we can see some adjustment there and there as well, so it can make the game a little bit more funnier.
Right. I just want to say, when you started talking about Curse City being a lot easier, I don't know if people caught it, but you paused and then you looked left and right. Is there somebody there holding a gun to you, talking, maybe telling you, what you should and shouldn't say? I mean, listen, we have confirmation from the community that you are, 135% of the votes that came in is that you're a Plurium employee. So if someone is doing something there, Ken, just blink twice, please.
I mean, dude, like, here's the thing, like, we play Cursed when it's released, and it was quite difficult, right? Like, especially I wasn't able to finish like 100%. Especially after live arena bonus released for the Cursed, man, it's quite easier, to be honest, in my opinion. You know what, when I noticed that? After Hard Faction War. Okay. Cursed compared to the Hard Faction War is way easier, dude. Like, it's like way easier.
Hard Faction Wars is like a cancer that never goes away.
Oh my god! Yeah,
unless you have that 0.1% chance. I still, I asked in content creator chat because I finally, like I said last podcast, I did manage to do this, and I'm looking at the ratings here, and I'm like, okay, I'm essentially going by this. Since the last time I talked about this, there's only been 2 people that summoned her, and I'm one of them because there was only one other person that did the review. So I would love to see how many people have gotten her so far. It is way overtuned. But on the I'm finishing off on the basalt stuff. I think definitely a step in the right direction. I think Ken brings out a great point here in saying, okay, so now we have the chickens to level it up. But where's the XP? Where's the brews, right? We don't have that. And I think that's pretty much what's going to come in as a selling point. I think we're going to start seeing the Stardust in a lot of the paths. or a lot of the packs, sorry, or a lot more of the rewards, right? Which again also starts creating problems of what are we losing, right? Because we know that legendary books have been one of the things that we've been slowly losing from champ trainings. Again, this being a great example here. We went from having a legendary book from a 10,000 point to getting a 6-star legendary Chaosaur, which let's look at the shop. I think the clan shop has them for 750, if that it. Am I right? Something like that. Usually right around here somewhere it's about 750. So I would love for you to give me a legendary book up here for 750, right? Well, here's a good example of where we're going to be getting our Stone Dust, right? 320 for 2,500, guys. Just a low price of 2,500. All right. That's
well, yeah, but you can buy it 3 times, dude. Like,
yeah, sure. I can buy it 3 times for a low price of 2,500 per 3. Yeah. 320 isn't even enough for me to equip and unequip a piece of a relic on somebody else, right?
yeah.
You're looking at a minimum of what, 360 to unequip, and then depending on what you have, let's say it's a rare one, you're talking at least another 40. So that's a big price.
Can I ask a devil's advocate question here?
Go ahead.
So do you think the Stardust there is limiting people from swapping out their relics a lot?
Yes.
So now we have the free, gear swaps or whatever. So you can like build sets and stuff, but like maybe they don't want us to just, hey, we're gonna take this one cat gaze we have in our account and move it around to every nuker that we have every time we use them, and that just keeps people from doing that, right?
Yes and no. So here's the thing. Cat's gaze isn't going to be, or every specific relic isn't going to be great for everybody, right? Now, yes, you can use it when you start pushing your live arena or your chimera and stuff like that. But in the situation that you're talking about, it's not, you're continuously moving it around, right? You're not going to use it for your dungeon farmers. You're not going to use it for your clan boss team. You're going to use it when you're pushing arena, when you're pushing plat, when you're pushing chimera trials or hydra. So those are very limited time frames that you're going to do it. And if you are one of the people that only has a minimal amount of legendary relics, you're probably already doing that. You're probably already saving it and moving it into, your nukas and stuff like that. Maybe I'm wrong. PJ, what do you think on that?
Well, it's tough because you just have no Starstone to do that.
Well, okay, so as I showed earlier, I got about 1,700 Starstone, almost 1,800 Starstone from just one key in Chimera, right? That was without...
What about Faction Wars Hard, though?
Okay, Faction Wars Hard, I will tell you as what I've been pushing. Once I get it done, I don't... If I can't get my 3-star done... sorry, let me rephrase that. Once I get my 3-star done, if the run takes me 5 minutes, 8 minutes with 400 turns, it's in the background playing while I'm out there cooking dinner or getting my kids ready for bed or something. I'm not continuously putting relics onto these champions to get it done. So,
yeah,
so like once you 3-star it, you're over it and you just auto whatever you need to get it done.
That's it. So this, I'll go through. Here's my team, set it up, put it on, hopefully they're all geared. If they're not, I'll go back in and I'll put the gear on them. I don't look to try to get the minimal run or the maximum time done, right? I've already 3-starred it. It does not matter to me. Eventually this team will win, we'll get it done, and that's it. So, PJ, go ahead, sorry.
Yeah, I mean, what's your original question?
So Zero said, is limiting us, giving us a Starstone Dust a necessary evil to prevent us from moving, the really strong relics on our accounts onto champions every time we need to be able to just progress and crush everything?
I mean, I kind of think it honestly is a little bit. Like, I think you're the end game, like Super Kraken whale have crazy gear, so a little bit more of an exception. I
calling
think
me a
maybe for the
Kraken.
average person. I mean, you look at your YouTube video titles. You call yourself a Kraken.
I mean, you do have the Hard Faction Wars Mythical Champ.
So you know what? So do like
It's your
60 other people, okay?
60
So
other
60
Krakens. Yep.
Yeah, so I'm just
Get the
saying, like,
Krakens out
I
of
do
them.
think I could see the average person that's not doing Ultra Nightmare, that's doing like lesser Chimera, not getting as good of scores or trials, could have an issue swapping relics around.
Okay. All right, fair point. Gessel, what about you? Do you think that's the main reason?
Main reason why they are not giving us more,
More Stardust, yeah.
or having it free to like a free regear kind of.
Yeah. Yeah, I guess that's a fair question for
me-
both.
Yeah, I feel like they don't want you swapping them around. They want you earning them, kind of like that's what they did with gear originally, right? Like the reason why there was a charge for it was because they didn't want you to get that one set and just pass it around. So that's what they're doing here, and frankly, that's what I've been doing. And for like when I was like really pushing faction wars, I was swapping Cascades to all my nukers and everything, and I had none. I never had Stardust. Now I'm not pushing it as hard, so I'm not swapping it as often. But it's it was a problem for me for a while. I have a fair amount stacked up now, but that's because I want to try to level up some of these things. So
Okay.
yeah, we need more though. Give us more for sure.
Okay, fair point. Ken, what about you? Do you think that's the reason why Plarium isn't giving us any more Starstone dust?
Sorry, I wasn't there. I went to the bathroom. What was?
Do you think Plarium, the main reason why Plarium's not giving us Starstone dust or free removal of relics is because people would just move their overpowered relics into other champions that will just put them on there to be able to progress, whether it's Arena, Chimera, or Hydra, whatever.
And what's wrong with that?
So
I mean,
so you
what's
think,
wrong with the people? No. What's wrong with if we can switch the or relics around of the or champion freely? What's wrong with that?
I don't personally think there's anything wrong with that, but
Yeah,
I guess
exactly.
The
Do
question
you guys remember
is,
the excuses they are making back in the day for the not releasing like free gear removal because like they are like it's gonna be break the in-game economy. People gonna be abuse the system. How the hell people gonna abuse the system? Like if you already spend an insane amount of the money on the game, we don't have a silver problem. So this person is abusing the system. We cannot like. I just don't know, man. It's a game. Like we need to play the game and enjoy it. You know. To be
Right.
honest, like even I said that relics probably still need to have something cost. You know, it's not like gear. It's not the same thing because gear is costing the silver. Silver is like literally everything is silver. You know, like even the event. There's an event, enhancement event. Need to use or silver, right? Relic has their own how to say that currency. The problem is currently switching relics is costing insane amount of the starstone, and there is no way to obtain decent amount of the starstone. So they need to give us more. If they give us more starstone, it will be definitely make the game more funnier. Like, yeah.
okay. I mean, and again, to be
That's-
quite honest here, like if I'm sitting on 1320, right? So if I really
That's
wanted
nothing.
to, right, but I can move, like 2 relics on champions that I need to, if I really had to. If I was, because again, the only time you're really gonna move the relics is again if you're progressing through faction wars, right? I will say during that time it was very frustrating, and that's when I decided that I'm just keeping every single relic, and I'd rather just go for the minimal stat boost and let my gear make to fill in the gap. But now it's like, okay, I only need to move them when I'm going to be pushing Chimera or Hydra for clashes, and that doesn't happen on it every single week.
Can I say something else?
Yep.
It's also kind of interesting because, like in an interview they said recently or a little bit ago, they were surprised about how many relics we were keeping, and like they thought that, and like how many that weren't max leveled. So it's kind of like weird because they like Oh, it's just from in the
I-
game. It's so hard to get stuff. Like what were they expecting? They were expecting us to just
exactly.
I think
get
I
rid
think
of
they
all-
imagined that you would level your relic as fast as you leveled your first 6-star champion, which is not the case.
right. But how the hell did they think that when it's nowhere nearly close to the same?
Yeah.
Right.
But they also like the way that they thought about it, I feel like they did think that we're just gonna have like one relic and switch it from one person to one person to one person, but there's just like no way possible you can do that in this economy.
Right. I think what they were thinking is we would just probably sell all the epic and rares that we weren't using to be able to get the Starstone dust and move it around, right?
Bro, it's give you like very low amount of the stars, so try it yourself. Like,
Yeah.
40.
And to be fair, some of the epics
fair.
and rares are decent relics to put on champions, right?
Right.
it is.
Like,
it is.
Yeah,
Coronet,
like so. I
poison
mean,
relics.
yeah,
Yeah.
like some of that stuff. I'm out there like throwing it on there for the stats, even.
Well, and that's exactly what I did. Is I started using a lot of them just for the stats when I was progressing through
Faction.
faction wars. I was like, you know what? It's better if I just get the extra, 1,000, 1,200 HP or 200 defense to get to that 4,200 defense by just leveling this to 3-star, and then you know what? Down the line, I'll get rid of it and use it as a chicken. So that was kind of my strategy.
You know what? This one, for example, is perfect on Crockmore because Crockmore, after he takes his first turn, all his skills are on cooldown, and he does a single hit and an AOE hit. So this, for example, now this is a crappy relic for everybody else in the game, but for Crockmore, this thing is awesome. And he's HP based nuker, and it's HP based first stat. Isn't that crazy? Like, so some of these things actually, if you read and understand how the game's working, like there's some good rare relics to put on certain niche champions.
Right. King,
By
what
the way,
about
can
you?
I say one
Yep.
more thing?
Yeah,
You
yeah, go
said
ahead.
like hard faction war relics can help us there. I'm a death dealer, guys. So basically, death dealer is make any champion void affinity. Okay, like it's always crit attack. Bro, I can't even abuse that. Like before they released the hard faction war, I was like thinking, sorry guys, S17 going to be easy for me. I'm just going to be switch my death dealer around of the champion for each faction each time we reach that stage. I can't even do that because it's costing insane amount of the Starstone, like switching. Like by the way, rarity is the matter on the relics when you guys
Yep.
switching. Rare is costing less. Legendary mythical
like
is costing more, guys. Like especially if you put
640.
like some mythical gemstone on them as well. Like man,
Yeah, it's the rarity
Yeah.
that affects the cost.
yeah.
Yeah, it's 640. If I was to remove it off of where's my Marius? I think he's got it. So if I was to remove it off of him, it would cost me unequip 640. First of all, to unequip the damn thing, it's costing me 640.
Yeah.
Right? That's
You are not
crazy.
even placing a champion who already have relics on it. So
right.
let's make a huge difference.
Hey, for the low price of $50, you get about 64% of that thing out.
Hold on one second, guys. Wait.
He's
Zero,
buying it.
check your phone. There we go. Check.
But that just ties back to our whole conversation. 64% of what they're going to give you for $50 is gone if you just remove this one relic.
Right. King, what about you, man? Do you think that this is their main plan? Why they're not giving us any Starstone dust so people don't be abusing and switching relics over and over?
No. And
Okay.
let me tell you why. Because I think that this, along with many of Plarium's ideas, was a half-baked concept that they put into the game without fully understanding what they were doing.
Fair. Okay.
And I think that, like Plarium also, they are just struggling to figure out where they can put stuff in the game without taking other stuff away from the game. And I think them getting free gear removal was more to give them an area, get them off the hook for basalts than it was to actually make the community happy.
Interesting. Okay, so you think it was they gave us the free gear removal so we'd stop QQing about the basalts. Okay.
Yeah.
But they gave us basalts.
No,
That's-
yeah. So that's the point, though, is that they took away the free gear removal tokens that everybody was like, it's only an hour. This is bullshit. And then they gave us free regear, so everybody had stopped crying about that. And then they gave us basalts instead. So it was a win for us, but it was a win for them that they didn't have to figure out, where are we putting this? Where can we fit this into our already limited rewards? You know, we don't want to give them more, so we need to figure out what we can, realistically take away and fill it back up with. I don't know, man. I mean, I'm pretty cynical, dude, since the Platinum Pass came out. I'm honestly on my I'm on my hate Plarium era right now. So
I think you're the only content creator that's ever got banned out of the Plarium official Discord.
yeah, I'll do it again too. I don't know. It's like, no, just like,
You better not. That said, let's kind of wrap up the show talking about the free gear removal. Now, we've had this for about 2 weeks, and I've got to say, I'm enjoying Raid a lot more. I'm enjoying building champions, testing out new things. I think if they've done something this year that should be a standout, it is definitely this. Now, I know a lot of people are going to say, well, you're giving them too much credit. They've done a lot of other shitty things. And yes, they have. I will hands down admit that is the case and point. But I find myself, again, enjoying Raid a lot more because I'm able to do a lot more things. I'm able to test out more champions. I'm finding myself building more champions. I'm looking at champions. I'm like, you know what? This guy doesn't have books. I'm going to build some masteries on him. I'm going to test him out, and I'm going to have some fun. Has your enjoyment over the last 2 weeks of playing Raid, not talking about Plarium, guys, keep Plarium out of this, just playing the game that we all love, been better over the last 2 weeks? Ken?
I mean, yeah, even they released like free gear removal, recently. They give us that. I was getting stressed about it. I was clicking the button, 1 hour free gear removal. I was regearing my champion. Then I'm jumping the faction mode. I'm like, oh god, how many minutes I have left? Oh no, I cannot regear them anymore.
Yep.
No,
Yep.
I'm out of the time. It's so stressful, and voila, everything is gone, man. It's so relief, Thank you for that. I mean, Plarium, even they are like extremely late, we should be still thankful. Yeah, I mean, it's like I still see people even it's more than 2 weeks, right?
Yeah,
Free gear removal permanent.
Been a little bit over 2
It's
weeks.
Yeah, people still jumping randomly. Oh man, it feels so good, to remove the gear freely. It's people still talking about it. It's crazy.
It's funny because I was sitting on the couch this morning with my wife, and she plays Candy Crush or some other Tetris game, and she's like, "Why is Raid asking me? Yeah, no. Why is Raid asking me to come back?" I'm like, "Oh, well, they just launched this new campaign, where they remove the gears." Cost and all of this, and she's like, that sounds like it shouldn't have been there in the beginning. I'm like, yes,
Yeah.
thank you. My wife, who's a lawyer and never played Raid, says that shouldn't have been a thing. King, what about you, man? Are you finding yourself playing more, wanting to play more now that the free gear removal is there?
Yeah, actually, I'm loving every second of it. And the crazy thing is I'm actually getting away from playing multiple accounts ever since free regear has been a thing, because now I'm able to just better focus on my main account. It's also actually been helping me quite a bit with family time as well, because I'm not feeling this need of, got to lock in for this amount of time every single day. Or, oh, sorry, honey, can't really do anything this weekend. I've got to regear my account. You know what I mean? It's like, it just takes a lot of the stress off of the got to grind, got to go, like whatever scraps you can get. Like, I know I regeared too often. I know that was a problem that I have, but that was also why I'd swap between accounts, because I just would get paranoid of, I'm spending all my silver. And is this even a good enough build to justify swapping? So now that it's kind of just like, well, you can, save your best nuker set your best HP, your best defense nuker sets, and just put them wherever you want, and then find the accessories. It's just been great. I mean, I've been loving every second of it.
And I'm looking here in chats like, can we get now the same thing for like blessings, right? Let's not try charging us 300 to move a blessing.
Well, so yeah, they should do. I think they should do a free. I think they should do a free blessing swap once a month or something like
Right.
that.
Yeah.
I mean,
Definitely.
I agree.
especially since it's such a straight up important aspect of the game at this point.
Right. And the thing is depending on the champion, depending on the blessing you have, it really, it goes way to the other side on what you really want on a particular champion based on the star, on 4-star, 5-star, 6-star on the blessing. Zach, Google what a UPS driver makes and then come back to me, bro. Zero, what about you?
Yeah, so I think we need to talk about the blessing piece, because I've been preaching about that. They've added so much to the game, and they had previously given us resets in the past where they reset our one free swap per champion type thing. But they've added relics and they've added all these things to the game that have potentially changed what blessing you need to put on your champion. If you've already utilized your free swap, asking for 150 to 300 gems per swap, that's kind of ridiculous. So Plarium, if you're listening to this, please consider that maybe once a year or once every 6 months or something. That'd be really cool. Going back to the original answer, now this is a me issue. Most of y'all know I just started a new job, which requires me to commute into the office Monday through Thursday. So my normal 8-hour days of working from home has turned into with commuting time and everything like that, 10, 11, 12 hours. So certain days. So I find myself having a little bit less time than I normally would to play the game.
Life. That's not
I
raid.
know
That's not
that's
because of raid. That's because you don't have the commitment, sir. You refuse to commit yourself.
I just have less time than I had for commitment time. But I think Polarium, now that they've given us obviously the free gear and stuff like that, they need to consider just more quality of life. And I know they've provided a lot of the quality of life things, and they have kind of looked at some of that, but they really need to consider some more, especially on the gear side of the house. I know we talked about this before, but I have yet to A, do the gear cleanse, and B, start building out gear sets and even utilizing the swapping portions. So I think, like a undo button or maybe an option to have 2 different gear sets, like my normal gear set and my specialized stun set or whatever that is.
What is
from
this,
a
Call of Duty? You want
thing
classes?
from. I don't know. I'm just saying, like, I have yet to even take advantage. So to answer your question, am I enjoying the game more? I don't have time to enjoy the game more. And I think because they've given us the gear thing, I should be, but I just don't have the time with everything they force us to do, right? The Chimera and this, and then I know they give us instant battles in some areas. I don't have time to even look at gear right now. So that's kind of where I'm at. So I would implore them to consider a little bit more time savings now that they've given us more content in the game to do.
I think Ken has a great response for this, and they're not going to be able to do anything of that because of the servers. Servers can't handle it, bro. I'm sorry. You gotta rearrange your life. You gotta tell your wife, you gotta tell your kids, like, hey, listen, I need me time. You guys go away, work, go away. That's it. No, but seriously, I get you. Real life gets in our decompression time is what I'm gonna call it, right? PJ, what about you, man? Are you finding yourself enjoying raid more now?
Oh yeah, definitely. It feels like you can actually play the game, and this is like how it was meant to be run. It feels like a fresh breath of air. It feels like a whole new game. I was swapping a lot of gear around before, so it's made that a lot easier. I think one of the biggest issues with this game is they limit our experimentation on things, which kind of sucks. It really costs you a lot of resources to try things, to test things out. If you want to change a blessing or change mastery, stuff like that, it can add up a lot. So I think that's an area of the game where they could try to make it a little bit better for us. I mean, yeah, the big CCs have the test server, but the average person I think likes to test things out and try to experiment with things, and I think this game really punishes that. With the free gear removal, it's definitely a step in the right direction. Like you guys said, it's been a few weeks and we're still talking about it, and it's still a big topic.
Right.
So I mean, we talk about a lot of the biggest topics in the game. So if we're talking about it 2 weeks still, it's got to be really really big. And yeah, I think a lot of people were maybe kind of skeptical about maybe there would be some downsides, but knock on wood, but so far, like I think it's only been a positive.
Right. Gessel, what about you, man? Is it making you wanting to spend more time playing Raid?
Is it making me want to spend more time?
And
I wouldn't
guess
say
more
it's.
time and enjoying it.
I am 100% enjoying it way more. Every time I go to, I have one merciless set that I swapped all my nukers
Nice.
for Faction Wars. Yeah, from Faction Wars. So I swap that set all the time, like daily, basically. And not having to pay for it now, I love it. Before I used to have to like hang on to my stupid little purple banner and then click that and then go over and then I would forget, whatever, all the issues we'd have those banners. So I love it. I think that's great about it. Yeah, I don't think it's certainly not making me play more, but I would say it's just making me happier. Every time I got to swap gear, I'm just like, oh, it's so good.
Okay.
So just happier.
I guess the last question I'm going to have for you guys is your progression on your accounts, whether it be in Centranos, whether it be in Hydra, Chimera, or Faction Wars. Have you seen a bigger, more noticeable progression since the free gear removal? Ken?
Not really, man, because I was have a decent amount of the silver, and I need a more. I have a bigger issues than just the silver or the gear removal to make a progress on the hard faction more. It's like champion, so can't really say like it's really affecting me. But don't get me wrong, I'm still quite happy. I mean, silver is. I send it a grind to get the silver. It's not coming free, so.
Right. Okay. Copium, what about you?
Sorry, the question again.
The question was, has your account progression been a lot more over the last 2 weeks because of the free gear removal?
No, yes and no. Yes, definitely. But no, mainly because it's a me thing. I'm kind of just chilling, taking a little bit of a slack off now that I know free gear removal is a thing. It's also letting me kind of fall back in love with the game again and do what I want to do in certain aspects of it. But when it does come time for me to want to push that progress again, I know that I'll be making huge jumps.
Okay. What about you guys, chat? Have you seen a huge progression in your accounts? Were you able now, because of the free gear removal, to do things that you couldn't prior, such as clearing Cursed City, getting yourself that Carnage or his soul, or maybe progressing through more stages of Faction Wars, or getting personal bests in Chimera or Hydra? Gestel, what about you?
Sorry, what was that?
Jesus, I just repeated the question to chat. No, has your account seen a lot more progression through the PvE content?
Because
of the free gear removal.
No.
No?
No. I haven't been pushing Faction Wars, so that's really the only progression point, I guess.
What about Cursed City or Hydra or Chimera? You're not getting new PBs or anything like that? No?
Not because of gear removal, no.
Okay.
No, I mean that's all stuff I'm gonna work on regardless. So it's not happening because of, but it's certainly it's just helping. Like I'm sitting at 40 million silver right now. I never have silver, so it's definitely helping.
Well, if you ever need a loan, the next person has 1 billion silver. So I'm sure for the low interest rate of 38%, he'll lend you some silver. But Zero, what about you, man? Are you finding your account progression being better overall?
No, not at all. I mean, of course, they made Chimera harder, in my opinion, as well. So not really progressing there, and just I don't like the time I get to play now. I just try to knock out all the stuff that I can knock out, like all my keys and energy, and keep all that going. And then by the time I get done with that, I don't have any time to experiment. So I do almost have 1 billion, by the way, in silver.
Okay.
Yeah,
Sounds
but
like you
yeah,
might need to talk to PJ about getting a driver.
Talk
Yeah.
about boozer brew over here, dude.
PJ streams twice a day. You know, he could run some of your stuff for you. Last but not least, PJ, what about you, man? Is your account finding a lot more progression now that the free gear removal is live?
What was the question again? No, just kidding. I want to be cool like everyone else. Everyone else said it, so I want to be
Hey,
like them.
He's at least watching football, and chat's like, no, he's watching Squirrels, but he's at least watching football.
Yeah. So personally, yeah, I had found it helped me out kind of a little bit. So I'm closing in on the Faction Wars hard. I think before the free gear move, I was like at 900 stars, and now I'm at like 914. So it doesn't sound a lot, but those last 45 stars are going to be tougher and take me more time than the first 900, sadly. So those 14 has been pretty nice, and it's just like the back of my mind, and it's just like knowing, oh, I don't have to worry about silver. I can just go in and swap what I need to swap. It's kind of like a peace of mind almost of, like, can I swap this? Do I have the silver? Am I gonna run low? But yeah, Faction Wars hard. It has helped me a little bit clearing some of the stages that I didn't do before. Just make my life easier with the silver cost, not worrying about it.
Right. And I will say for myself, like Oregon Tribe was the most difficult one that I had. Unfortunately, I'm not one of the lucky ones that has a Gizmac or, a Bellatar for a reviver there. But what?
Grazer.
Grizzle? Yeah. Don't have that either. You want to see what my Orc Faction Wars looks like? I'm gonna show you
Orc?
right now. Not Orc, sorry.
Okay.
Orgren.
Okay.
My Orgren Faction Wars. These are all my champions for Oregon Tribes.
And also the other thing while you're saying this, the other thing that it was nice is like before we had the free hour gear removal, but it was only an hour. Like you guys said, it was like you had to like rush. And some of these faction stages are taking way more than an hour to do.
Oh yeah.
So I was like, I have to wait for the 4 day to have the bigger time. So it just made it a lot easier to not have to stress about get it in within an hour, and then I'm gonna have to use my real silver. Like, you just have all the time in the world now.
Right. And with Orgrens, like trying to get those last 3 stages 3-starred, I would have spent at least 100 million silver just testing different champions out back and forth. It was hard trying to figure out which build worked better. I could tell you that I reworked my Shrank like 4 different times, getting him high speed, like 400 speed with accuracy, and try to build damage into him and stuff like that. So, yeah, I will say that progression for me was definitely a big step once the free gear removal was done.
I just love seeing the Gerda and the War Mother in there.
Yeah. This you could see this faction hurt a lot. I mean, Gear Grinder was almost a necessity in every single stage. To be quite honest,
them up. You use them a lot.
I did use them for a lot of the mid-level factions, but we will be doing some guides there coming up in like the next week or so, talking about this stuff. Some people asked me for them, so we'll spend some time doing them. That said, let's talk a little bit about where people can come and find you, Mr. MXPJE.
Twitch and YouTube, MXPJE. Stream usually twice a day, every weekday. Come say what's up.
Awesome. Gessel, where can people come and find you?
Gessel Gaming on Twitch and on the YouTubes.
Awesome. Zero, where can people come and find you?
Yes, Zero Brew at the Twitches and the YouTubes. I stream every Sunday, Tuesday, and Friday evening. Come hang out.
Awesome. Kopi, where can everybody come and find you?
You can find me on Twitch, King_Copium, and on YouTube, King_Copium RSL.
Let's go. And Ken, where can people come and find you?
You can find me on the Twitch and YouTube at the same time. We are streaming every single day, guys, at the Columbus Reset by the name Final Kenpachi. Thank you.
Awesome. And Ken, what you got for a shout out for me?
I like to shout out two person today. One of them or clan leader, and the other one or cluster clan leader, Nine Heel and the Taser. Big shout out to them. They are working so hard to keep the or community together. It's not an easy job because you guys know me. I was clan leader and I told them it. And I'm so thankful for these two people. Appreciate for that. Thank you.
Awesome. Kopi, where can people what do you got for a shout out for me, bro?
My shout out today is going to go to somebody that I have been hanging out in their stream quite a bit, lurking when I'm editing videos or just doing my thing on Raid. NSD Undead One. The guy is super awesome, super knowledgeable, does a lot of awesome takeovers. Just a solid vibe in there, and you got a new puppy, dude. So it's like, it's a good time. So we're going to share his link twice just to make sure you click one of them and go drop a follow over there.
Awesome.
And the reason why I had it locked and loaded, because that was my shout out.
Gotcha.
Yeah, thief. No, I had it locked and loaded. Yeah, y'all go check him out. He's a great streamer. Good times.
Awesome. PJ, what you got for a shout out for me, bro?
We're gonna be shouting out Animosity. He's a good dude playing the Ratio Legends. Check him out, don't follow. Does live arena, just really chill, good vibes over there. Check him out.
Awesome. Kessel, what about you?
I'm shout out my boy Pogo Pink Tie over here in LA with me. He's the man. Recently was a little under the weather, but he's fully recovered. So go over there, show him some love. Pogo's the man.
Awesome. My shout out is going to go to our boy Cruz in here. And, for anybody out there, look, he's actually at a wedding, his sister's wedding, sporing Raid Shadow Legends. So even though he's not playing, he's still supporting Raid Shadow Legends.
What is that
shout out. It's a pin.
That's a raid pin?
That's a raid pin. They gave it to the content creators for 6 years. It's, I think that's the Hydra one?
Arena.
No. Arena one.
Arena.
Yes. Oh, yes. Arena one, because it's all
Gotta
about
be.
Arena.
It's Arena, yeah.
So big shout out to him. Love him. Great content creator and really fun to chat with. So we talked about a lot of things today. Hopefully next week we'll have some new information coming in. Hopefully some of us might pull the turtles, hoping. Until then, we hope that you all have a wonderful time. Twitch, we are going to raid out to NSD Undead One and YouTube side.
Let's go.
Much love, much appreciation. Be safe, be well, be good to each other.